The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning into Armed Radio tonight. My name is Shannon.
And I am Bill.
And we are your hosts for Talk Live Paranormal. Thank you guys for joining us.
We want to thank everybody out there. Hope the guys in the warehouse are on. We have no idea what we're going to talk about first. We got to do what we always do. Thank you to all those guys listening overseas in the uniforms, the men and women serving this great country. Thank you very much for what you guys do. Be safe and come home.
Amen. Thank you guys very much.
So we got Jack and Squat.
Jack and Squat. And a whole lot of it. Well,
how you been?
You got to work this weekend.
Yeah, we were at the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas.
How'd that go?
That is a beautiful home. That thing is huge. It's like 5,700 square feet. It's enormous. Lots of steps all the way up and all the way down.
Lots of steps like Missouri, or was it? Oh, the Reformatory. It's got 6 flights of stairs I get to walk up and down 4 times.
This one, there's the main staircase that goes up, and then there's the servants' staircase that goes up and down, and then there's parts to go up to the attic, and then there's parts to go downstairs to the basement, and you get done and you wake up the next morning or the next day and your calves are just killing you. So, yeah.
What is it? What location was that again?
The McIntyre Villa. McIntyre Villa.
Yeah, that place.
Yeah, that too. Beautiful place built in a long damn time ago by a guy who...
Weren't they all?
Yeah, you could say that. Built when the... let's see, this guy was he learned his trade making leather and making harnesses for animals and horses and stuff way back in the 1800s, and then he moved it down to Atchison, and from what I understand became loaded because to build this home is just amazing.
Yeah.
The people that bought the place, and I hope they're listening, or I hope they hear about this. Awesome people. The lady Stephanie, she is awesome. Her husband, he's great. We showed up, and she was worried that the place wasn't clean enough. I kind of looked around, and when I feel like I'm in a 5-star hotel, the old furniture, they've been restoring the whole house. When they bought it, it had the 60s shag green carpet everywhere.
Oh, nice.
So they've removed all that, and they've redone all the hardwood floors to bring them back to what they looked like. I'm actually in the process of trying to post some pictures on our site right now. I don't know, just the way it looks, the way it was. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a beautiful old home. But we walk in, and the first thing you see sitting in the corner is, of course, a doll, which just happens to be Annabelle.
Good times.
And, of course, we all know how much Michelle loves Annabelle. It was sitting in a corner, and then we found out later it's sitting in a chair that so you had the first owners that had it, and he passed away. Then it was turned, and then someone bought it. This lady bought it privately, and she passed away in the home, in the chair that Annabelle's sitting in.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, of course, cat sitting right in the corner. When you first, it's kind of freaky. And the cool part was the dog that they have didn't like the Annabelle doll so much that she chewed off all the eyeballs. So Michelle was pretty happy about that. But then someone else bought it, and it became run down, and they wouldn't let anybody in. Nobody could go there, and kick everybody off. The property kind of went to shit a little bit, and then this couple bought it about a year ago, and they have busted their ass to clean it up. It's beautiful inside there. I'm getting ready to post some pictures to our page as soon as these things load. My computer's taking forever, so I apologize for that. They will be out there in just a few moments, hopefully. But then there's like a dress at the bottom of the step, beautiful old dress. And then upstairs in one of the closets, there's a dress that belonged to the lady who passed away. That's the only thing they can figure out. So I asked quietly, without Michelle knowing, if we could use that dress as a trigger object and bring it down from the closet upstairs and put it at the dining room table and do kind of somewhat of a seance at the dining room table. And we did. And that's when weird things started happening.
And Michelle was not part of this?
She was she didn't know I was going to bring it down to there. So
okay, but she was part of it when you did it, though?
Oh, yeah, she was there. She wasn't too ecstatic about me bringing it down. So we had the white box there, and we weren't going to try the white box. I just had it sitting in the corner playing real quietly, and we kept hearing little things, just little tiny things. If you're on our page, I just posted it. I'm hoping it's on there. Post.
On our page?
Yeah, on our page. I guess it's still trying to post.
Well, real quick, while we're trying to... They on there now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Real quick before I go check this out, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Henry and all them in the warehouse. They're listening live, said we sound good.
Awesome. Henry! What's up, buddy? We got to get him on here sometime.
No, he's called into Dave and Donald's show before, but it's like the service. He doesn't have good service over there, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It broke up quite a bit. Well,
so
it must be everybody's Wi-Fi, because mine ain't loading either.
Really? Well, it's showing that it's on there. So, but it may take a few minutes to upload. So we had the white box sitting in the corner.
Okay.
And
what was that?
What the hell was that? I don't know. I just got this ding. It was like, hey, commented on Talk Live Paranormal. Somebody just commented. Candy. She just commented on here, so I'm hoping she's listening in. Hey, Candy.
Who's Candy?
Candy Hess is one of our members on our Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
She liked
it. Candy.
So we're sitting there, and we're going through everything, and we're talking about everything, and my wedding ring is on my hand, like normal, like it always is, my big blue skeleton ring that my wife, my lovely bride, got me because my other one doesn't fit anymore. And
just because Kelly's so awesome.
Yeah, she is. She's the best. But anyway, we're going through, and after we get done with the first little seance, and we were moving some groups around, and we were going from room to room trying to get things stirred up, I looked down and my wedding ring was gone. It was gone off my hand. And it doesn't come off real easy. You got to pinch the knuckle and push the little broken bone thing spur out of the way for it to come off.
Okay.
So we turned a bunch of lights on, and everybody's looking for it. I was like, just forget about it. It'll show up. So we go on through the night. We're doing things, and we decided to do a seance down in the basement because that's where Michelle and Kelly were getting, and a couple of the other people that were there were getting some weird, strange feelings. Like we kept getting called down there to bust one of the walls open to let someone free. And things were going on, and Drew was with us, and I asked Drew, I said, hey, let's run the white box, run upstairs and grab it. Now, hopefully the ladies that were with us are going to send us the video. There was a couple ladies upstairs in the dining area where the white box was, and they were doing some videotaping. And Drew runs up real quick, and they go, first of all, Drew scared the shit out of him, which was funny, because he just comes around the corner, and he's right there in front of him. And he goes, something's going on downstairs. We're going to take the white box down. Do you guys want to come? Oh, yeah. So they kept videotaping all the way down. He grabs the white box and runs down. Now, in one hand is my computer and his flashlight. In the other hand is the white box. So his hands are full. He goes through the kitchen, down the steps to the basement, comes in and goes to sit the white box down on the table, and I freaked. I ain't gonna lie. It freaked me the hell out. On the white box, there's one crystal that's standing up on there.
Right.
My ring is on the top of that crystal.
How did it get there?
Okay, here's the freaky part. We went back and watched the video of him picking up the white box, and we slowed it down. There's no ring on that crystal. All the way down the steps, all the way to the basement, and he goes to hand it to me, and it just shows up there.
That's kind of weird.
That freaked me the hell out.
That's like some poltergeist stuff.
Well, and I went to put it back on, and my hands are a little swollen, so I slid it back on, and then for the longest time, my ring felt like it was almost burning my hand. So that really kind of freaked me out a little bit. So,
oh yeah, it would have freaked me out too.
I want to go back and see if it'll try it again.
Of course you do. This is why we do this job.
Let's go back someplace messed up.
My ring just disappeared off my finger and ended up someplace else. I want to go see if it happens again.
So there's some of the pictures that I just posted on there. I don't know. Can you see them yet?
I can, and I'm not a big dress person, even being a female, I don't really wear dresses a whole lot, but that is a really pretty dress.
Yeah, that one is just in the hallway. It sits right there the whole time. So these are just some. So now if you can picture any of these nice, beautiful hardwood steps.
I can see it.
We're covered in shag green carpet. Here's the thing. Not just the steps were covered, the handrails were covered, so they had to pull all that off and strip it down and then fix it. And they've done this in just under a year. All the walls were like orange and lime green.
I wonder why they had like all that green carpet everywhere.
It was the 60s. Come on now.
Bill, I feel like I should be playing some Austin Powers music right now or something.
So, yeah, that's where we were at. And yeah, it was an awesome time down there. We can't wait to go back, hopefully someday.
Don't forget to wear your ring.
So here's part of a difference on there. The doctor from the had the Sally House used to treat people in this home. So he was the town doctor. So he used to come over. So I brought the penny in to see if it would stir anything up. It didn't, that I know of, yet. I don't know how comfortable they are down there yet.
Right.
You never know. So that was our excitement for the weekend. And then the long drive back.
And where's this at? Where's it located at?
Atchison, Kansas. Yes,
now where's the Sally House?
Atchison, Kansas.
Okay, so children of the corn town. There's got a lot going on.
It's like 6 blocks away. And of course we get there and the first thing we did was drove by the Sally House and waved hello just to make sure that it was still there. So what'd you do this weekend?
I did a whole lot of nothing this weekend.
Didn't you go help somebody out?
I went yesterday.
Oh.
Yesterday, Donald and I went to up to Post Town and helped Daryl out, pulling up carpet and getting stuck with staples. And we were there most of the day. He's probably there, 4 or 5 hours.
Post Town. Hey, anybody who's listening, go to Post Town. They have events coming up. Go to their events.
He's got a lot of stuff coming up. He does. I believe he's got a Friday the 13th event coming up in July. It's open to the public. I believe it's $35 a person. You might want to double check that on his website, posttownelementaryschool.com. But I think it's $35 a person, and you can pretty much investigate all night.
So
and it is definitely a place to go to.
Go there and support him, folks. Go there. Donald needs it. Postown needs it. I'm sorry, Daryl needs it. Donald, Daryl, Steve, Bob, whoever the heck he is.
I know there's a lot of people helping Daryl out. Private teams that have been coming in, they've been donating like half of the funds that they, when they come in and private teams, they mainly pay the whole fee goes towards Postown, but they have some teams that are doing events there and selling tickets for it, and they're handing over 50% of what they make over to Daryl, sometimes more. I do know they just posted something on the Facebook page for Postown that I believe it's the weekend of September 8th. They're having a kind of like a fundraising softball tournament coming up, and I think it's either $20 a person or $200 a team. And I have a feeling they're going to have a bigger turnout than they anticipated, but they were wanting to have at least about 8 teams. And all the proceeds of that go to Daryl and the school too, so that's going to help them out in September too.
Awesome, that's awesome. Good.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm playing.
That might be a little scary.
And it's family oriented. My niece is playing. My brother's his wife's daughter's playing. They're on select softball teams, and one plays for the high school. Daryl's niece is playing. So I mean, children are welcome too. It's going to be a family fun day. Grilling out, coolers. It's going to be fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, get out there, help him out. Go out there, check out that place. It's an awesome old building. See if you can see that young lady staring at you through the window.
Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Hello, Sarah. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here.
See what happens when I've had too much sleep.
Yeah. See what happens when I don't have enough sleep. Let's see. Another thing I wanted to bring up too is Robin Terry. He owns Ashmore Estates out in Ashmore, Illinois. This is another September event, September 28th through the 30th at Ashmore Estates. Basically from Friday through Sunday. It is free public admission. And they will have the Booth brothers out there. I believe it. Well, Christopher and Rachel Booth will be out there. Bill Chappell, if you guys don't know who Bill Chappell is, he's the one that makes all the equipment for Ghost Adventures. And then the Tennessee Wraith Chasers will also be out there, so you'll get to investigate with them too. Now, I've only investigated with Christopher St. Booth and Rachel one time, but they are an absolute blast to investigate with.
Might
take
have
it
to try
very
to get
serious.
to that.
I know I'm going to try and go. I don't think I have my little one that week, and I think I've checked the schedule, so I might be going to it too. So if you and Michelle and everybody try and make it out or whatever, holler at me so we can get together out there.
Awesome. Yeah, hell yeah. I just have to wait to see what my wife tells me I'm driving to that week.
Where are you going? Okay, yes, dear.
Because I know we'll be on vacation the last part of the beginning of August, but I don't know what September is going to bring. I never know what it's going to bring. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel the same way. And also Robin does a lot of stuff with Mike Couch, and Mike Couch is the one that runs the Lost Limbs Foundation.
Okay.
And cool. He'll be out there too on the 29th. He'll be out there.
Cool.
And you can investigate with Mike Couch, and then I guess they're also doing does a gallery reading with Rebecca Foster. I don't know what that means, what a gallery reading is.
Wonder if she's going to try to read all the people that are there.
I'm not sure. I know that the meet and greet for Tennessee Wraith Chasers is on Friday, September 28th. That's the meet and greet Q&A, and then the ghost hunt afterwards. I'm on his website now. And I mean, if there's anybody listening that's interested in setting up vendors tables or anything like that, his vendor spaces start at $10. You can't beat that. And it's a big place. I believe there's 3 floors. I think there's 3 floors. Well, you got the basement, first floor, and second floor. And it's a pretty good sized building. I've been to one event there, and it was the 100th birthday, the 100th birthday of Ashmore Estates. I went.
Cool.
And it was an absolute blast. And
Awesome.
everybody that was pretty much there with vendor tables, we all stayed at the same hotel. It was kind of funny. But so that's what Robin's got going on. Hopefully, I haven't got to work in the last few months because I'm moving and getting everything squared away. That hopefully I'll be working at Ohio State Reformatory on the 22nd of this month because I'm having withdrawals from investigating. I've almost completely forgot like my opening speech before we get started and split up into groups.
You forgot your speech?
Hell no. I was just saying that to make it sound like I didn't know what I was
Ladies
doing.
and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome.
You need to just pre-record that for me and I'll just play it through a Bluetooth speaker.
Please
Beth will be like, what the hell are you doing?
Just shut up and listen, Beth. Listen.
I'm changing it up. But,
At this time, please keep all hands inside the carpet. Oh.
I mean, I know if you got, I mean, people can go to Robin's, it's ashmoreestates.net, I believe, for Robin's website. He's got other events within the next couple months coming up too, but it's called the Ash Bash. In September. Ash Bash. I was trying to read up more on it a little bit more.
So I know that on June 29th and 30th, and I'm going to jump locations for you, there is a big 2-day event going on at the Farrar School, which is another one we're trying to promote a little bit to help them guys out here in Iowa. It's the June 29th and 30th. It's a 2-day detention at Farrar. It's the VIP night. There's readings. There's going to be vendors there. There's an investigation. They're going to do an investigation later on. It's a special VIP Shamrock practitioner. I can't even read. Coyote Chris Sutton's going to be there. So if you want to check that one out, it is. I'm gonna kind of share it. I'll share that one to our page. That one's gonna be kind of a different one. There's not a lot. It seems like a lot is known about what do you call it? Farrar School, but it seems like there's a lot of little things that happen there, but not a lot of people that I've ever talked to have ever heard of the Farrar School. But it's actually a pretty haunted location here in Iowa. It's one of the most haunted schools here, which is really kind of it's different. You'd almost have to go to see it. I don't want to give anything away, so come on out and see that one.
And for everybody listening, I mean, and even people that are listening that have never done this before but are interested in it, when you go to events like this, I mean, I can't tell you, there was a couple events that Beth and I went to. They were free events, just free investigation events where it wasn't even investigations. It was, they had guest speakers there, like, one gentleman was like real big into the technology and the equipment. He made his own equipment, and they had these little seminars for like an hour long where you could just learn about so much stuff. And that's how Beth and I learned a lot of our stuff before we started really investigating a lot. And
there's so much to learn. There is just so much that people don't, that I learn something every time I go to a different event or go and watch people. I've learned so many different things that I may be doing wrong.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure there's things I do wrong too.
Like jump up and down and go, talk, you sons of bitches! I gotta hear you. You're not supposed. I guess you're not supposed to do that.
Well, everybody's different how they investigate. Most people will do whatever is comfortable to them. I do know a lot of people that want to walk into the location. I won't say no names, but he's going to be listening later. So, that want to walk into a location and straight, call spirits out and be all tough, but that's not always the right thing to do. And it depends on the location, because with Beth and I working at Randolph County Asylum in Winchester, Indiana, every weekend for almost a solid year, yeah, Beth and I could walk in there and do that. That was like our home away from home. We slept there every weekend. So the spirits were used to us. They probably just sat back and laughed if Beth and I got stern or tried to provoke. You know what I mean? Like, these bitches are crazy. And Beth tried it one night. She tried to holler down the halls to amp up activity, and it was about the same that night as what we normally get.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they just, when they want to communicate or want to, have enough energy, and they'll do it. But if they don't want to do it, they want to sit back and laugh and tell you to get out every 15 minutes in every room that you're in.
I have a wife on my shoulders. Where'd she go?
Yeah, and I mean, when someone I'm not gonna lie, anytime I hear "get out" through any of our devices, I'm like, why? Why do you want us to get out? Why do we have to get out? I want to know why. That or they're gonna push me into a wall, and I'll be like, okay, I get it, I'll leave.
And it's not only just the get outs. When you hear the, I got told to shut the hell up one night. Of course, that's me, because I'm really quiet all the time. And I thought at first it was somebody telling me to shut up that was a person, a live person that was there. Turned out that when we listened later on, it was telling me to shut up pretty much from the time I walked in, and we got it on EVPs. So
I like the EVPs that say shut up, or even when it comes through the Phasma box. I need to start recording and if I do get to work at the reformatory, I am going to do some more recording. I don't normally record my Phasma sessions, and I'm going to start doing that so we can start playing it on here too.
We've actually we started recording Phasma sessions just because, again, you never know, you miss some things. We have one that I actually missed from the Sally house when we were recording, and then the box was going off. People were sitting there talking, and we were laughing and stuff. And Michelle goes, "There's something in the corner." And then she was talking to somebody else to make sure their equipment was going off okay, and their equipment was reading okay. And then all of a sudden, you heard in the background goes, "Hi, I'm Sally," and it's really quiet in there, and it's just a small snippet of it. And I had to listen to it real close to hear it. I don't have it with me, otherwise I'd play it and post it, but I will have it next week, I promise. I'll
Party
bring it
pooper.
home. Yeah, try. Let's see. What else we got going on here?
Who is Bobby? Is Bobby Mackey's coming up?
I don't know.
If we do have a Bobby Mackey's open, they usually do Bobby Mackey's on Thursday nights.
Mm-hmm. That's got to be a rough one doing a Thursday night one like that.
Well, what sucks about it is it's about a 50-minute drive from me south. It's just over the river into Kentucky. It's in Wilder, Kentucky. But yeah, see, it's got September and October dates, so I don't think we're out there anytime soon. But it's like 50 minutes away from me, and the event usually goes till like 3 a.m.
Ooh.
And then I have to drive that 50 minutes back home. There's no staying at a hotel. And I mean, I will get I drink those V8 energy, the V Fusion energy drinks. I'll get a 6-pack and I'll throw it in the cooler and I'll drink, I swear to God, I'll drink 3 of them on my way home and just have my radio blaring and my window down. I'm not a big fan of driving when I'm tired.
Mm-hmm. What's that 6-pack again? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
I'm sure it's just a V8 Fusion. That's what it is. Yeah.
It is. You can't. We use empty whiskey bottles and stuff as trigger objects there. We've had a whiskey bottle, an empty one sitting on the countertop, and a Periscope sitting next to it. And we'll ask them if they want a drink, and we'll put a cigarette next to it and stuff, and ask them if they want a cigarette, and then the Periscope will light up. That's fun activity to me.
Yeah, no kidding.
They know it's a bar.
Do you ever do the flashlight, the mag light?
Yeah. I mean, I suck at setting the mag light. I really do. I either have it set to where it's on all the time, or it's off.
Okay, so have you ever tried using a candle?
No.
You ever done that?
At Ashmore, we've had a push button flashlight turn on and off at Ashmore.
So we had at the villa this last weekend, we had everybody sitting around the dining room table and kind of holding hands, and we had, I think, eight or 10 candles, some little tea light candles on the table lit, and I'd turn the fans off so there's no air moving. And we started talking, and we started, if you're here, you want to communicate with us, can you say something? Can you knock something over? And then we started talking about this, do you want us to come to the basement? And a bunch of the candles, the flame moved on just one end of the table. And I thought, okay, somebody's just breathing on it. Well, then it's like, okay, if you want us to come to the basement, is there one in particular person? Do you want one person to come to the basement? And we heard something. We heard something across the box. Yes, and I was like, okay, let's try this. I turned the Phasma box off, and kind of went, if there's one person you want to go to the basement that is at this table, can you flicker one of the candles? And the guy that I told you about, that they were kind of like saying he needs to come to the basement, right in front of him. Now there's all these candles around the table, and this one candle the flame leaned right towards him and then came back up.
We're gonna have to try a candle.
Yeah, it worked. It was weird. I'd never tried it before. Well, we tried it in a couple little settings, but never with a big group like that. So I thought, okay, somebody had to be blowing on that candle. So I was like, okay, there's 2 candles in front of him. One's by each one of his hands. You're going to need to make the one by his left hand move. Can you do that for us? And I'll be damned if it didn't move, the flame. And I'm thinking, okay, none of the other flames are moving. And then a couple of times the EMF detectors would go off at the table. I'm like, okay, move the one by his right hand. And I'll be damned if that one didn't move. And it was the only one out of all of them that was moving. So I kept asking people, is anybody blowing on that candle? I'm thinking, if someone would have blown across this table, all the candles would have moved. Right. And it was just that one candle. And then I no more than said thank you, and one of the ladies jumps real quick, and she just got stiff as a board. And it's like, what's wrong? She goes, there's something sitting on my lap. Right in front of me. And I went, if you're sitting on her lap, can you move the candle in front of her? And that candle flame moved. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Thanks. Are for you being
using
here.
like a tall candle or like a tea light candle?
Just little tea light candles.
Okay.
That way we don't get wax on anything. So it was kind of like, okay, that was kind of fun and freaky all at the same time. So that's when we decided to move to the basement, and then that's when we kind of realized that I'm missing a ring, and yeah, that's when everything kind of went weird. We put some people in one of the rooms in the basement. Michelle had them go over there and just kind of stand there in the dark, and the gentleman that it was calling down to the basement, I asked him, what do you do for a living? Because we kept getting break the wall, let me out over the Phasma box. He actually used to be a cop, and he retired from being a cop, and now he works at a brick factory. So he works with stones, and it wanted him to come down and break the wall down, is what we were getting over everything. So literally pinpointed in on him. Then it gave a kind of a weird message. It was told him to find the message, read the letter, is what it said. And we still haven't figured out what that is. I asked him, when you go home, see if there's something there that you need to read, because we searched all over for any letters around the house, any paperwork that was in there that might, do you know him? And yes, we get that out of the box. Are you related to him? No.
Did you ever ask where the letter might be that he's supposed to read?
Yeah, and it never told us. So it was kind of cool though. He at the last minute, like 3 days before, decided his son got him hooked on watching paranormal investigating shows on TV, and he decided, I'm just going to go. And his wife told him, no, I'm not going. You're crazy for driving 2.5 hours just to go sit in an old house and get nothing. Well, when he left, it wasn't that he got nothing. It was, pinpointed in on him. So it was pretty cool. We had a lady and her daughter. She used to be in a group somewhere there in Kansas, and she got away from it for like 10 years or 5 or 10 years. And this was one of her first ones coming back. And so she got to take her daughter with her, who's like 20, 21 years old or something like that. Got to bring her daughter along, and it was one of her daughter's very first ones. So, they had a blast. the house was weird though. It just it was going strong. It was going strong. It was going strong. And then I hate to say it, we used the white box, and after we used the white box, it almost went to where the house quit. It just stopped. It was nothing. Everybody's walking around, and we got a few little things a little while later, but we've noticed that I'm getting a little leery on using the white box until I get some more information on it, only because it almost seems like, and Michelle said she's kind of noticed that it seems like the white box is drawing its own energy now. So we're
like an EM pump or something.
Yeah, well, no, it's almost like it's the minute you turn it on, it like sucks in anything that you're trying to hear, but it won't let it out. Or it's not like it cleanses it. It just like it blocks it, and then it does it for the rest of the night. And I guess this is the paranormal side of the brain that's kicking in. Is what are we doing? If we're taking this from location to location to location, and this thing seems to almost like it's building its own energy. What's going to happen? We get it to a location, and it decides to release all this energy, and decides to release whatever it's got, or open up whatever it's trying to open. So
we're like it's maybe converting to its own portal or something.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of got me a little weird. I got to do some more reading with it. I'm going to try to see if I can't get in touch with the gentleman who made it and try to get some more information from him about it, just to let him know. We have this in our possession for Ghost Hunts USA, and I'm getting a little leery on using it. What am I doing wrong? Or, again, not a professional, still in the learning process of the whole thing. As we go along each day, it seems like we're learning new things. So
I know, but technically, if you think about it, a voice recorder or any piece of equipment we use is a portal device.
And that's one thing we were talking about. We had a lot of people asking us questions about Ouija boards. What is our take on Ouija boards? And I kind of looked at it going, what's the difference between a Ouija board and the little Sony recorders that we use, or the white box, or anything? If you're allowing it to come in to try to talk to you, there's not a whole lot of difference, really.
Yeah, anything you use is basically all intent. The way you ask your questions or direct your questions, and that's what, if you're provoking or whatever, then obviously whatever's going to communicate with you is going to provoke back 9 times out of 10 anyways.
Yeah, that's the weird part, because you never know what's going to happen or what we're going to get, and if you make it something that you may not like. I'm going to try to use the new Tascam box we got this weekend down at Missouri at the Pen. I'm going to set it up and just let it record for as long as the batteries and the sound will let it. The chip will let it record down in the gas chamber just to see what it picks up.
It has a gas chamber there?
At the Missouri State Pen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna set up the mics down there and just let it record again, just to see what it comes up with, and then listen to it later and just kind of, did we get anything? Is there voices in the background? Because this new little Tascam, I gotta grab it here. It's the Tascam. Here comes our commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, please check out the Tascam DR600. It's a little recorder. It's actually built for, pretty much doing what we're doing now, but doing recordings. But everybody says it does clean recording, so we'll give it a shot.
DR600, huh?
Yep. Oh. I still got to figure out how to use the dang thing.
Yeah, 600. Oh. Nope.
The DR600.
That's what I typed up, but my computer just added a little extra in there.
Well, you'll have that.
Oh my god, I'm about to kill some kids upstairs.
So this is our slaughter portion of the show, where Shannon creates new ghosts.
I keep pulling up a Tascam.
Tascam. Tascam. What did I say?
Yeah. calm. That's
Oh.
calm.
Well,
Here's a DR60D. Sure, it's a 600.
Oh, I guess that is a 60D.
You know what? You're cut off.
I drink too much.
Okay,
Or
so
not.
this is a camera.
No, it's a recording box. You can hook it to a camera, so you can do video and it gets clean, much more clean audio.
4-channel.
Yep.
Well, this thing looks like a GoPro kind of.
Well, it's a little box.
Yeah, recorder. But that's how little it looks. It's like about the size of a GoPro. It's got a little screen on it.
It's about 1, 2, about 4.5 inches long, about 3 inches tall, about 3 inches deep.
Record up to 4 tracks. Record mode, so you can record in mono, stereo, dual mono, dual stereo, and 4-channel.
Yep. So I'm gonna hook it up. We're gonna record. I'm gonna run 2 long cables, put one mic inside the gas chamber itself, and then one outside of the gas chamber, and just let it record, and go back and listen and see what we get.
Where'd you guys get yours?
I bought it off privately. A gentleman had it, and he couldn't figure out how to use it, so he sold it to me pretty cheap, which I liked.
I know they say
cheap.
that they retail about $450, but I found one for $169.
Yeah. So, and it runs off 4 AA batteries. So,
What?
Yeah, can't beat that with a wet noodle.
Is there a USB port on it?
I don't. Hold on. I've never looked at any of this. I just got it. What the hell is that? Yeah, there is a USB port on it.
Where? Oh, yeah.
It's
So
underneath
you
one of
can
the
plug it into a portable power pack. That would save on your batteries.
Oh, I never thought of that. I wonder if that'll work that way. I wonder if that'll work that way.
Only one way to find out. I know when I use my full spectrum cameras, my night vision cameras, and I plug it into a power pack, it's constant play. It automatically puts it into car mode and gives you 1-minute video clips, but it's constant recording till you fill the SD card up. That's what you have to worry about, though. Because when you go to leave it recording in a room or whatever, once it's filled up the SD card, it starts going over pre-recorded stuff, and then it'll corrupt the files to where they won't play, they won't even open.
Well, duh, if you overload it, hello.
Yeah, but I mean, you would think that it, as expensive as these cameras are, when you fill up the SD card, it should be like SD card full, you can't do nothing.
Well, and like I said, this is just an audio box. It doesn't do any video, so.
Yeah, but still. If it has a USB port, you should be able to plug that portable power pack in it. I mean, that power pack lasts about 8 hours. They don't drain as quick, believe it or not, as like AA's or AAA's when you're in a haunted location. You know how they go through batteries.
True that. And I just realized I've only got an 8 gig card in here, so I might have to get a bigger card.
Yeah, go on Wish. Wish has like 240 gig and 32 gigs like cheap.
I know, I love Wish. I'm not allowed to go on there because every time I go on there, I buy something.
No, well, you got me. You just added something to my freaking wish list, you ass.
Well, that's what I do. I make sure people have what they don't have and what they want to have.
And see, I wonder if it's anything similar to the Panasonic DR60.
Ooh.
Considering it's a DR60D. I wonder if it has like some same components as the Panasonic.
I never thought of that. I never thought of that at all.
I just got goosebumps. Like, I just got excited.
Oh, I've got to try this thing now.
It's a hell of a lot cheaper than a DR60 if you can even find one.
The only problem is this doesn't have an external speaker, so you'd actually have to hook up a speaker, which is not a big deal. Oh, I am definitely going to have to try this now. I never thought of that.
You're welcome.
Dang it, now I got to play.
Heck. See? Now see, it's got... So the first line is, I'm guessing that's for left, and then the 2 is for right.
Yep. It's got 2 hookups on the... So if I'm looking at the screen, to the left side, there's a 1 left 2 right, and 3 and 4 combination for microphones. And then
Right, and then it also says camera in.
Yeah, and so what that means is when you're like shooting a video camera, if you have an external, like a
an aux, if the camera has like an aux port, you can connect the two.
Yep, and then you got a camera out on there, so that way you can loop it back through your camera. Then on the other side, it's got a headphone so you can listen to it, and then it's got a camera out highline out, which, like I said, I'm still learning about it. I just got it. I haven't played with it at all. So.
Okay, so if anybody's listening and wants to donate equipment to me.
Wow, if that isn't a plug.
I know.
Or a bag, one of the three. But it also.
I am adding it to my wish list, though.
So
this looks like it would be fun.
So now I'm definitely going to try this, and hopefully I'll have some good EVPs for the next show.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know how clear they are.
Yeah. Oh, I will. I definitely will.
How do I save this page? I can sit here and talk about technology, but working a computer... Bookmarking. Oh, I did it.
Congratulations.
I'm so proud of myself. What have I won?
Henry, she can be taught.
I can't. Don't listen to him, Henry.
Okay, she can't be taught.
Now, one thing Henry did mention, like he asked about some locations in New York, and he asked about locations that were in PA. I did give him the website for ghost hunts, but like the ones in New York are like the Burlington County Prison is in New York. Then you got okay, you say it better than I do. Is it Kreischer Mansion?
Which one?
Kreischer? Kreischer Mansion? Crusher?
I think it's Crusher.
Okay.
I think it's
it's Kreischer.
See now?
Yeah. See, welcome to my world. Crusher. I think it's pronounced Crusher.
Mansion. I think you're right. It's Crusher.
That one's in New York, and then you got Limoncello,
which is damn good to drink.
The Shanley Hotel, which that's the one that. Is that the one that Tyler owns, or is that the Stanley Hotel? It's the Shanley, ain't it?
I think it's the Shanley is the one that he's trying to buy or got or something like that. He
bought. I believe it's the Shanley Hotel because the Stanley Hotel is not on here. But our boss from Ghost Hunt USA bought the Shanley Hotel in New York, so he owns that. I know they're doing events out there in New York. That is a big place. The
winery.
Yeah, the winery at Margim Manor. Those are all the ones in New York.
I think we need to go to that one and investigate because I think there's a haunted bottle of wine there, and the only way to know it is to drink it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to go check that one out. Don't tell anybody.
I think this bottle's haunted.
It's haunted.
We tried everything we could to get it, and
we need to try another one just to make sure.
Safety first.
Oh my god. That's all the ones in New York, and then you got there's Eastern State Penitentiary in PA.
The Hillview Manor. I drank too much wine.
Oh my god.
And then Penhurst.
Yes, Penhurst is a good one too. What else? I know there is another one. Scroll down.
And hell, just go to Gettysburg.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong there. And if you guys go to Gettysburg, you'll get to meet Ashley Brennan, who was also one of our guests on like the 3rd or 4th episode. She is a blast.
What's up, Ashley?
I hope she's listening. She's usually in bed. We have to try and keep her up when we have her on the show.
Yeah, the Balladeer Inn in Gettysburg is supposed to be a really awesome one. There's some events coming up on that one.
Is that the same one is that near the Gettysburg event?
It is the Gettysburg event. the Balladeer Inn is in Gettysburg.
Oh, yeah, I know that, but like, is that the same one? What's the other one called? Is it the something house? The Farnsworth House.
Is that what it is?
That's what I thought. The event for August at the Balladeer, is it how you say it?
Balladeer.
Balladeer Inn. The event in August is sold out.
Yeah, the next one's after that's going to be in September.
Yes. What dates they got in September?
Let's see. It looks like September 14th and 15th. 2 nights.
The Marigold room looks like it's sold out, and the Vines room is sold out. There's still 7 rooms available to be able to sleep in. That's why some of these events are so cool, because you guys get to pick rooms and stuff and get to sleep in an actual room in the location rather than just in an air mattress and sleeping with the spiders and stuff in a basement somewhere.
What's wrong with spiders?
I don't do spiders. Hell, I'm more scared of humans than I am of spirits.
You know, maybe that's what's wrong with us. We're
not afraid of the spirits. We're more afraid of humans.
Ain't that the truth? Some of the
spirits
humans
will just be like, y'all just need to go to bed. We're tired of this shit. We're tired.
You guys are wearing us out. Go away.
Pretty much. See what the reformatory. I know they have an event on the 22nd of this month. I don't think it's sold out, so I think there are still tickets available for that one, but you have to read the website really, really well, because it is 18 up. It is not like 16-year-old come with a parent. They are really strict about their 18 and up.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like June 22nd. They got a July events and August events out at the reformatory too.
Cool.
That's a fun one, because if anybody's ever seen the Shawshank Redemption, it was actually filmed out there at the Ohio State Reformatory, and they have cardboard stand-ups of the actors, like Morgan Freeman. Is it Tim Robbins?
Get busy living or get busy dying.
And they moved them. They literally moved them. Like, throughout the night, you'll remember seeing one, like, right before you go into East Wing or West Wing, and then, like, later on in the middle of the night, they'll be moved.
Who moves them?
I think the people that work there.
Oh, I think meant the spirits move them.
No. But it plays tricks on you, because you're used to be like, didn't I just pass that one, like, down the hall? And when it's pitch black, it looks like a shadow person. It looks like a dark mass. Until you get right up on it.
Oh, Andy, get busy living or get busy dying.
Get right up on it. But let's see, those aren't sold out. Those are still available.
Now it's the Shannon singing portion of the show.
Yeah, good thing we only have a couple more minutes. That's my cue. I don't know. We haven't really been blasting a lot of like events here lately.
No, so I mean, go out there and look. There's places all over the United States on Ghost Hunts USA, and we know we talk a lot about Ghost Hunts USA. We don't get paid to talk about them. We talk about places all over the world, all over the United States. Just check out some of these places if you really want to get started doing this, or you want to just do it because you're curious, or you want to, just take somebody to get the crap scared out of them. Just start looking. Take a look around. There's places all over the United States that you can go to, look at. We'll go do tours, and I do suggest, and sometimes it helps out, if you can get a chance sometime to do a daytime tour or walkthrough, and then also come back in the evening or the night and do the nighttime. Sometimes getting familiar with an area or knowing the history about a place kind of helps out a lot. Lets you go in with more of an open mind. Or if you just want to go in there and go, we've never been here, let's see what we get. Go there on the nighttime ones, because it does get dark really fast in a lot of these locations. But again, sometimes we get more activity during the day than we do at night.
Yeah, it's like someone always asks that, is it true that you get more activity at 3 a.m. because it's the witching hour? I said, yeah, but technically at 1 o'clock here, it's 3 a.m. somewhere.
Yeah.
So why not? Why can't you have activity at 1 p.m. here? I don't. That's my response to it. I'm like, it's 3 o'clock somewhere.
So it's drinking time. I mean, no, not drinking time. It's ghosting time.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, go out and check out locations.
And most states have what they call, like, I know Ohio has one, Indiana has one. It's called like Hidden Ohio or Hidden Indiana. These maps are like $5. You can find them online, and they literally have like every haunted location and cemetery sightings and everything in each state.
Yeah, and that's some of the best time is just checking those out, just looking at things of what's going on. Look around your local area. Sometimes you never know. You may find something that we don't know about, and if you find something we don't know about, and you want us, you went there and you had a good time, let us know. We'll check it out. We'll look at it. We'll see what's going on there.
We'll always pass the word on. They're always looking for new locations.
Not even just new locations, for us to do. Hey, if you want
just for the fun of it.
Yeah, you want to let your friends and family and people know it's a family-friendly show. Some days,
sometimes. Not last week.
No, I apologize to anybody for last week. My mouth ran off, but I kind of had to get that off my chest. This is a portion of the show where I have to humble myself and say I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you also have to bring us out of the show too, because we got about 30 seconds.
Wow, there's 40. A segue.
I got poked in a minute. That was about 10 seconds ago.
We want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you guys, Henry, and everybody in the warehouse. If you're listening up, don't wreck those forklifts. Again, thanks to all them guys, men and women serving all over the United States. Thank you for everybody that's listening, who have listened. Thank you, Candy, if you were listening. I saw your post on there again. We look forward to being with you guys. Look forward to working with you guys. If you have any questions, feel free. Shoot us a message on Talk Live Paranormal with Shannon Griffith and Bill Tandy on Facebook. Shoot us a message. You got questions for us you want us to discuss, let us know. Thank you guys very much. Have a great week. Have a great night. Shannon, it was awesome. You rock.
Always awesome. You're awesome. God bless.
Thanks everybody.